Yeah, peace to the world, right? You know, it's a good day today. You know what I mean? Knowledge Power Day. And power is the truth. That's the knowledge, acknowledge the truth, acknowledge power. I just got a message, this is for the young brothers that's out there, young men, young kids that's out there, and even some men that's out there, right, that really haven't experienced jail, prison, or things like that. But they're the things that they're doing in their life, that it may be, somewhere along their path in their future. Uh, Prison is hell. Jail itself is hell. You know, to be locked up in a cage. Like, first of all, they bring you into a facility, a building. And once you get inside this building, everywhere you go is like, gates with keys. And every time you pass the one gate, that door locked, and you walk a little bit, and they open another gate, and you go through another door, and so forth and so on until they get you to a cell in a confined space in the prison. They call tiers, units, pods, things like that. Now, what I want to say is, whatever you're doing out there in the world, money, you out to prove your reputation and prove your manhood. Um, you just scheming and you just antisocial, meaning you don't want to be a part of the norm of the society. Like, you don't want to work. You probably finished school. You maybe dropped out of school, but in your mind, through your mind's eye, the way society works, you don't like it, and you had to get yours the fast way. You don't want to work. You don't want to wait a week or 2 weeks, for a pay or a salary. You want to get yours in the moment. That's understandable because that's a way to get it. That way is actually a way that it's actually a path that goes that route. However, along that path, a lot of shit happens, like, and it's of different degrees on that path. The way they make jail and prison seem today is like, it's just a part of society. If you break the law, you go to jail. And, for the most part, a lot of people in the streets accept that, as a part of the reality that they live in. But I'm talking to the motherfuckers who don't know that side of the reality, like being in jail. Motherfuckers can talk all the shit they want to talk. You could be the toughest motherfucker, the most gangster motherfucker. You could have the most money. Jail is jail, though. Yeah, you locked up. You don't have control of the situation. Now, it may, you might got homies that, that's in some type of jail where, they got a little pull, and their reputation is solid with a lot of motherfuckers in that world with them, and they sending you pictures, and they might got a phone or whatever, and they kicking it to you, and and they telling you, how they got it popping, and how this, that, and third, they running the unit, and this, that, and third, they shot calling and balling, and they got this police doing this, and that police doing that, or this police respect them, and and you thinking that's live. You on the outside, and you like, oh, shit, well, I'm doing what I'm doing, so shit, when I get in there, my big homie, if I get locked up, my big homie in there, I'm gonna be good. And this is how niggas be thinking. Like, automatically, you gonna get sent where your big homie at. or where all your homies at. You know, each state got different prisons. You know what I'm saying? This is what a lot of young people don't understand. Like, you know, you go to the county and you with everybody from your hood or the surrounding towns from your county, and you know, you might know niggas, especially if you a known nigga in the streets, so you might know niggas, you know, from different places because of how you get around. So in your county, you good, and you know, because you got the numbers, your hood is whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when you get to the prison, you got people from all over the state and other states. And it be like that in certain counties. You might have niggas that come from other states, but mostly it be the people from your county. But prison, you know, you got people from all walks of life. Then you got the fucking COs. And I know in Jersey, them white COs, a lot of them, they racist for real, my nigga. I watched COs do some horrible shit to motherfuckers, man. Yo, motherfuckers pour piss in motherfuckers' food. Motherfuckers spit motherfuckers' food. Motherfuckers and you know, ass sag, which is 23 and 1 lot. You know, just cause a motherfucker ain't got no outside connect or outside contact, you know, this motherfucker doing this time all alone. These motherfuckers, you got motherfuckers that torture motherfuckers psychologically. A lot of motherfuckers lose their mind in prison, man. You gotta listen to everything. You know, you could be rebellious in prison and all that, but that shit, that's like torturing yourself. You might as well go ahead and do your time, get you a prison job, you know, be a motherfucking model prisoner, try to keep all your good time and come the fuck home. Cause if you go in there and you want to bang, bang, gang bang and wild out, you know what I mean, lose all your good time and max the fuck out, that's in the cards all the way. They don't have a problem with that. Cause you're a number, and those numbers add up to dollars. So they want to keep you as long as you possibly can. I know when I got locked up, my whole thing was, you know, just like I got myself locked up, I got to get myself the fuck out. And that be the problem with y'all young motherfuckers. Like, they come to jail, they go to jail, and you know, they have no knowledge. They don't even, like, they'll be asking motherfuckers about their case. Like, they forgot the code of the streets is, you know what I mean? You know, you keep it up, you know, real bad boys move in silence. Why the fuck would you tell another criminal about your charge in jail? You got niggas sitting in jail, you know, with crazy ass charges, just waiting for a motherfucker to come in with a worse charge, hoping that this motherfucker tell him his story so that he can motherfucker get on the phone and call the prosecutor and have some leverage to get less time for himself. Be right, motherfuckers, right there. I've watched motherfuckers. I've seen it. This is not no bullshit. This is real shit. You watch, everybody watch First 48, or you watch the ID channel, you see all these motherfuckers, you know, how a motherfucker commit a crime, he be in jail, and they put that nigga in the county, and next thing you know, you got a nigga in the cell, and then they start kicking this nigga and tell a nigga the crime, this nigga taking a stand on. Nigga, he ain't even know. And that's what a lot of young niggas do, and you know, they get locked up, and they be talking, and niggas going to cell, you know, bragging about shit they did and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just cause niggas the homies, you ain't supposed to tell nobody about your case but your lawyer. You and your lawyer. Nigga asked me about my case, I don't got nothing to say. Nigga, who the fuck is you? If you wasn't there, if you wasn't from my hood and you don't know about nothing that happened with me, nigga, I would never tell you. We can talk about sports all day. We can build on anything in life except the shit that I'm locked up for. because you ain't using my shit against me. Because in court, they tell you that anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law once you get arrested. So even when you in the county, anywhere you at, if motherfuckers get wind of anything you saying, my nigga, about your case or whatever, and that shit get back to the motherfucking, the prosecutor's office or whatever the fucking case may be, they gonna use that shit against you, my nigga. Now, once you already, get your time and you down prison and your case is closed and shit like that, and you kicking it with motherfuckers, that's different. Because motherfuckers gonna want to know if you snitched or whatever. So motherfuckers, especially if you banging or whatever, niggas gonna want to see your paperwork. That's a whole nother level of jail. I don't understand how niggas gangbang in jail, like, or get into gangs, because you lose all control over yourself. Especially if you ain't the big homie. You ain't the OG, the shot caller, the motherfucker that makes shit happen, that move and shake the shit. It's sad when you see the little homies come in and they got big homies, and especially when the big homie turn out to not be, a motherfucker they know, because you fall in line with whoever running the spot that's in the shit you fucking with. You know what I mean? So if he don't know you, you could be whatever you is, where you from, but if you fall underneath this motherfucker, he don't know you, what you think, how you think he gonna treat you? He gonna make you put in the most work. The homies that he know, he ain't gonna set them up, or he ain't gonna set them up for failure and fuck around, possibly put them in a position where they could get more time. Nah, he gonna use you, dummy, because you unaware. But that's what you sign up for, so I get it. In that sense, because a lot of motherfuckers, when they get into gangs, they commit themselves on such a level that, it's almost impossible to turn away from that commitment, because your word is bond, and bond is life. And the reality of a motherfucking man is, I should give my life before my word shall fail, because that's all you got. So once you get into, that's why, Bloods and Crips and all that shit, they got that blood in, blood out thing. Once you win, you can't get out, because you bonded to your word. Your word is your life. So once you say this is what you into and this is what you about, they hold you to that and they hold you accountable, because when you get in, you say you in it forever. And it's a hierarchy, it's a chain of command. And when you go to jail, the motherfucker that's at the top of the chain, you may not know, you may have heard about this nigga, and, because, they glorify the big homies and shit. So in the streets, you may have heard about him, but you don't know this nigga. He don't know you. You just a foot soldier to him once you get in there. I've seen it. I've seen these get set up for failure, be turned into crash dummies, and they do it all for the big homie. Not realizing this big homie might have 75 years. No possible way of getting out unless he escaped. And nobody's fucking with him because of the purpose of and the reasons he's in there, how long he's been in there. But the gang members and, the people that fuck with him on that level. But how he's thinking, I got 75 years. I need some company. I'ma always need foot soldiers. So he's always gonna put motherfuckers in a position to extend their time. It's only a few big homies that actually give motherfuckers the actual knowledge of, yo, when you get out of here, go home, fuck that gangbanging shit, you know what I mean? If you got a lady and your kids, that's your gang. You know what I mean? Get you a job, be active in your own life, fuck being active, in the streets, be active on the job. Only a real OG gonna tell you, that's only a few niggas, and I know a few of them, that's gonna give you the real. But for the most part, the niggas that's living off the little homies, that's getting a little cut from, the little homies, doing that street shit or whatever, they ain't gonna never stop. They gonna always glorify it. In jail, yo, you eat like Europeans ate before, they discovered spices in India. The shit be like porridge. The food be like the shit the three bears was eating. And we great people, you know what I mean? And when you put under pressure in situations like that, you come up with things and you find ways. Like you'll turn, oodles and noodles and some other shit into a fucking cuisine. But the shit the jail give you on a tray, man. When you look at that shit, yo, especially in Jersey right now, getting all that shit they get all the food from Southwoods and all that shit. That processed shit, that shit that come in them bags, that shit that they squeeze out into the pots and all that shit. So when you look at that shit on the tray, a motherfucker might as well open a can of motherfucking dog food and put the shit in front of you and tell you to eat. That's how the food goes. But yeah. If it's for you, it's for you. It ain't for me. Not nowadays.